Hello, I am here with my YALC haul. This stuff has all been sat ready for me to haul and I just haven't got around to it yet, so we're doing it. We're doing it today. This is my YALC haul. This is all the things I got at YALC, all the things I got at Comic Con over the last weekend. If you don't know what YALC is, it is the Young Adult Literature Convention. It happens every year in London. It's a lot of publishers, a lot of indie sellers, a lot of bookish people come together. It is also on the top floor of Comic Con, so half this stuff is from YALC and half this stuff is from Comic Con. I'm excited to show you what I got. Let's kind of give an order to this and start with candles. So first up, I had a lovely message from Kirsty from K Beth Bookish asking if they could give me a candle. They found me on the YALC floor and gifted me this nutcracker candle, and oh my gosh guys, it smells so much like Christmas. I love summer. I love summer. But this is making me very excited for winter. It smells so good. That was super kind of Kirsty, and thank you so much, Kirsty. Then I also stopped by the Bookish Burns shop, which is such a lovely candle seller, and I picked up two candles. So first I picked up Malik. This has the scent of sandalwood and oriental musk. I love sandalwood. I'm constantly burning sandalwood incense, so this one was a big yes from me. And then I also picked up Arcturus, which is the scent of rustic woods, smoke and rich red wine. I know you guys can't actually smell them, but trust me, they smell good. I love woody, earthy smells when it comes to candle scents, so these two were right up my street, and I got the bigger candle pots so that hopefully they can burn for longer. Food-wise, I ate some food there, so I can't really haul that for you, but what I can haul is a cake in the jar that's called the One Zing. To rule them all. I think it's like a lemony flavour. Lauren from Fiction Tea actually got this one for me as a little early birthday present, and I have been waiting to show you before I can eat it, so now I can actually eat that one. I'm very excited. I got a couple of t-shirts. I got Scoops Ahoy from Stranger Things. There was a really cool shop that was selling really fun Stranger Things t-shirts, so I picked this one up. And then I also picked up this one. Now, I wanted to get this one to sleep in, and the only bigger size they had was like a 2x extra large. When I tell you this is like the biggest, coziest thing to sleep in, it's so comfortable and soft. This is, again, Stranger Things inspired t-shirt. I realised I forgot to haul my jewellery because it was already put away in my jewellery stand, but I also got these really lovely earrings. These are from O Panda Eyes, and they are gold tarot cards with the sun on them, and I just think they're absolutely stunning. And I also got these little mushroom earrings. These are all 3D printed and hand painted, and they are absolutely beautiful. I've forgotten the name of the seller, but I will pop that below here, but I love these. Then I picked up some art. So I got 3 different pieces of art. The first one I am so obsessed with. I think I popped this in my vlog already for YALC. This is a drawn picture of Bag End in Hobbiton, and oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. This stall had so many stunning pieces of art that were all drawn and had little flecks of colour in them from different TV shows, different films. So creative, so many different things. If you can think of a distinctive building in a piece of cinema or a piece of TV, then it would probably have been drawn by this amazing artist. So I, of course, had to pick up Bag End. I thought this was very fitting because the new Patreon tier I've just launched is Bag End, and I keep thinking that when you say the words out loud without any context, Bag End just sounds like a really weird word. But when it's put together with Bag End, Bagshot Row, Hobbiton, it's got a bit of context behind it, and I really just love this piece of art, so I have this one. I will, as you'll have already seen, be putting the text for the artist for this art as well. Then I got this Spider-Man art. I love this. We've got the 3 Spider-Man. I love it. The artist for this one is Amay Sancha. Again, I'll pop them all as little text here as well, but I love this. There were so many fantastic pieces of art on this stall. I mean, generally, there were just so many fantastic pieces of art at this event and Comic-Con in general, but I had to get this one. I love it. And then I got this beautiful print. I am obsessed with this art style. This is so stunning. The artist for this is Anna Hollinrake, and oh my gosh, the colours, just everything about this. I need to find a really great place to put this because it's absolutely beautiful and I really love it. Okay, that's it for art prints. On to bookmarks. I got this absolutely stunning iridescent shine bookmark. I'll pop the seller's name below here. This is so pretty. This stall had so many lovely bookmarks, also some really nice candles and some pins as well. It was very hard picking, but for me, the way the light got this one, just it sold it. I also picked this one up from Bookish Burns. This says, "What you are now is not what you've always been, nor is it what you always will be." I just really like that quote, to be honest, so I picked that one up. And then Jade and Steph found me and gave me some Daisy and Bee bookmarks. I haven't actually opened this up yet, so let's have a look. Okay, so we have these bookmarks here. I love the designs. I especially love this one. It's double-sided, different colours. They're all double-sided. Hang on, let me spin them around. I love these. So these are the Daisy and Bee bookmarks. Thank you so much, Jade and Steph, for giving me these. Okay, that's it for bookmarks. Now on to books. I'm gonna do my best to try and tell you what these books are about, but I can't really remember anymore. The first one I have is Even If We Break by Marieke Nijkamp. I've actually started this one already because this one just sounded really, really cool. This one was actually being given away with any purchase of one book. This is an ARC that came out in 2020, I think it is. Yeah, 2020, so this one's been out for a while, but this one for me looked really appealing. It's about a group of friends who go to a cabin. They're there to play a game that they play like regularly. They kind of have this murder mystery game that one of their friends sets up, but they all go hiding secrets, and there's a little bit of a history going on, and one person wants to end what is happening here, which means that nobody is safe. So there's one person that's a threat, everyone else is in danger, and I suppose it's working out who it is and what's actually happening. So I have started this one already. I am about this far through and I'm enjoying it so far. I like the creepy atmosphere of the cabin in the woods. Some spooky things are happening already, but this one just appealed to me and I'm glad I picked it up. This next one I picked up actually at the Penguin platform party that was on the Thursday night, so this isn't technically a YALC book, but we'll just haul it within this haul anyway. So this book is Nothing More to Tell by Karen M. McManus. I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what this is about other than the fact on the front it says some stories are to die for. I mean, Karen M. McManus writes brilliant YA thrillers. There's no blurb on this book, nor is there a blurb on the inside of the book. I kind of like that because it means I'm just going to be going in pretty blind to it. I did get this signed by Karen M. McManus, which was really cool as well. I just love all of Karen M. McManus's writing. I've read everything, I think everything that's currently published, so I'm really excited to be able to read this one early. This one comes out, hang on, in September 1st, 2022, so yeah, excited to read this one. This next book, I definitely think the marketing for this one was done very well and was a main reason for me noticing and picking up this book. So that is Nikita Gill's These Are the Words. This is a feminist poetry collection of things that Nikita Gill wishes they'd have been told when they were younger, which I just think is a really beautiful concept. The marketing for this was a big board of people that had written little notes and little moments of things that they wish they'd have been able to tell their younger selves, and I just thought that was a really nice idea, so I wanted to pick this one up. This next one, the cover definitely drew me in and then the plot made me stay. This is Waking Romeo by Catherine Barker. So I picked this one up assuming it was going to be a Romeo and Juliet retelling, and that it is. This is set in 2083 in London and the mission is to wake Romeo. So time travel is possible, but you can only move forward, and only a handful of families choose to remain in the now, living on the scraps that have been left behind in this world. Among these families is an 18-year-old Juliet and the love of her life, Romeo. Things are far from rosy for Juliet. Romeo lies in a coma, and Juliet is estranged from her friends and family, dealing with the very real fallout of their wild romance. Then a mysterious time traveller, Ellis, impossibly arrives from the future with a mission that makes Juliet question everything she knows about life and love. Can Jules wake Romeo and rewrite her future? I just think this sounds quite good fun. It kind of sounds like a different spin on this story. The cover is absolutely stunning. Hadn't heard of it before. I have no idea if it's going to be any good, but I thought I'd pick it up. This next one was very much a buy it in the Sunday discount kind of purchase, and that is The Box in the Woods by Maureen Johnson. I have the first two in the original series by Maureen Johnson, of which this is kind of a side book, I think. Annoyingly, I do not have the third book in hardback, and I don't know why I don't have the third book in hardback, but I'm hoping I can get hold of a copy of it in hardback, because I've said hardback too many times, because I want all the copies to match. So this is a signed edition of The Box in the Woods, and this was £5. The hardbacks on this store were all going down in price at the end of the day on Sunday, so I thought I would snag this one for myself. I'm not going to tell you what this one's about because I don't know how the last book in this series ends, and I don't want to spoil it for myself, but I picked this one up. WATERSTONES had an offer on where if you spent over £25 you got double points, so I was trying to achieve this with some of the books I was buying, and I was looking around to pick what I wanted to get to achieve that £25 purchase to get double points, and I came across Caroline O'Donoghue's Scenes of a Graphic Nature. Now, I've enjoyed other books by Caroline O'Donoghue, but I hadn't heard of this one, and the blurb really intrigued me. So this follows somebody who has been floundering around the British film industry, which I already found really interesting. They've been experimenting with amateur pornography and watching their father's health rapidly decline. Them and their best friend journey to their ancestral home of Clipin, an island off the west coast of Ireland. She knows this could be the last chance to connect with her dad's history before she loses him, but when the girls arrive, Charlie begins to question both her difficult relationship with Laura and her father's childhood stories. Before long, she's embroiled in a devastating conspiracy that's 60 years in the making, and it's up to her to reveal the truth. I love the sound of this. It's described by Dolly Alderton on the blurb as a perfect page turner. It's darkly humorous, keenly observed blend of millennial drift and murder mystery from a razor sharp writer, dark yet joyous. It just sounds really interesting and I really enjoy Caroline O'Donoghue's writing style anyway, so I had to pick this one up. Also within that purchase of trying to get double points, I got The Hedge by Carrie Thomas. This is a novella to accompany Threadneedle. I'm currently reading Threadneedle and really enjoying it, so wanted to pick up the novella. I have no idea what this is about. I think it's a prequel, but I don't want to read the blurb just in case there's anything that spoils Threadneedle for me. It's a very pretty cover, and yeah, I wanted to get this one as a little complete set and to help me get over that £25 double points purchase. I also very kindly got gifted an arc by Hodder of The Darkening by Sonia Mara. I was eyeing this one up and it looked absolutely stunning. The cover definitely drew me to this, but the plot also sounds really awesome. This follows Vesper Vale, who is a daughter of failed revolutionaries. Her mum is caught by the Queen's soldiers and they give her a choice: death by the hangman's axe or death by the storm that surrounds the city and curses anyone it touches. She chooses the storm, so when the Queen's soldiers, led by a paranoid prince, catch up to Vesper's father after 12 years on the run, Vesper will do whatever it takes to save him from sharing that fate. I love the idea of this magical storm element. I think that sounds really interesting and I'm very excited to read this one too. This one was actually the first book I purchased of the weekend, so this is Hyde by Kirsten White. The publishers definitely sold this one to me as well. I thought this sounded really interesting. I also love the end pages. How cool is that? It's a really amazing map, like theme park map, which I absolutely love. I can't remember what they compared this to, but whatever books they said it was like definitely was the thing that sold it to me. Obviously it'd be quite helpful if I could actually remember that, but it sounds really cool. The top line says, "The challenge: spend a week hiding in an abandoned amusement park and don't get caught. The prize: enough money to change everything." So I think this is kind of like a game show competition thing where everything turns a bit sinister and gets a little bit worse than the characters thought that they were in for. But this sounds really cool. I have, since hauling this, heard a couple of mixed things about it, but I'm still very intrigued. The map definitely sold me in, I think, but it sounds really, really cool and I'm excited to give this one a go. I really didn't do myself any favours with the size of this last book, but I bought Ordinary Monsters by J.M. Miro. I have seen this one being hauled over the last couple of weeks by a couple of different booktubers and I thought I would give it a go. The publishers again definitely sold this one to me. They said they thought I'd really like it based on other books that I'd read. So this is set in 1882, north of Edinburgh. On the edge of an isolated loch lies an institution of crumbling stone where a strange doctor collects orphans with unusual abilities. In London, two children with such powers are hunted by a figure of darkness, a man made of smoke. Charlie Ovid discovers a gift for healing himself through a brutal upbringing in Mississippi, while Marlowe, a foundling from a railway fright, glows with a strange bluish light. When two grizzled detectives are recruited to escort them north to safety, they are confronted by a sinister, dangerous force that threatens to upend the world as they know it. What follows is a journey from the gaslit streets of London to the lochs of Scotland, where other gifted children, the Talents, have been gathered at Carndale Institute. Carndale? That word. And the realms of the dead and living collide. As secrets within the Institute unfurl, Marlowe, Charlie, and the rest of the Talents will discover the truth about their abilities and the nature of the force that is stalking them, that the worst monsters sometimes come bearing the sweetest gifts. I thought this sounded really good. I've seen it hauled in a couple of places, as I've said, so I thought I would just really test the limits of my back and pick this up whilst I was at YALC. So that is my YALC / Comic Con haul. I'm very pleased that I've been able to film this because it means I can actually put all these books away. I'm saying that like I actually have shelf space to put them away, but I can give it a go. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed, please do give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if there's any of these books that you recommend I get to first. Whenever I leave YALC, I always definitely have a very, very strong reading motivation, so I'm really excited to get to as many of these as possible in the next coming months. You can also subscribe to see more of my face on your feed, and down below you'll find a link to my shop, where I currently have 27% off throughout the month of July, and also my Patreon, where I have just launched a new birthday tier. Thank you so much for watching, keep smiling and stay positive.